Hi, and welcome to Astro Tea with Ali C Astrology. I'm Ali, and this week the sun is moving into Gemini. Now, what does that mean? Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac signs. It is the first air sign, and it is a mutable sign, which means that they are adaptable. They adapt to any situation. If you've ever interacted with the Gemini, you know that they can talk about anything under the sun. Gemini energy is very social, very flirty, very fun, and genuinely wants everyone to have a good time. This Gemini season is going to be extra special because we also have Mars moving into Leo, and with these two signs, we've got the fun and flirty, talkative air sign of Gemini, and we also have the bold and courageous sign of Leo in Mars, and Mars is always happy in a fire sign. Well, with these two energies combined, this entire Gemini season is going to be centered around self-expression and how you communicate with others. And what I find that's so important about these transits is that I feel like with the Pluto going retrograde, with Pluto changing signs, a lot of ideals have been shifting. A lot of mindsets have been shifting. We've also had, Saturn move into Pisces from Aquarius. And during this season, we're going to have a Saturn going retrograde in Pisces, and Pluto, that is now a retrograde in Aquarius, is going to move back into Capricorn. So any lessons that you have learned or anything that has come to light when these two planetary energies were direct, that is going to be reflected during Gemini season. And the beauty of this is that you're able to speak and communicate on these transformative moments that you've had, especially with, Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus. Just about a week ago, we have had this super expansive moment in Aries where people are changing the way that they go about their spirituality and having really good luck in starting new things. And now this Jupiter and Taurus transit is going to bring in abundance from those new things that you've been starting. So all in all, Gemini season is going to be very transformative in the sense of you are aligning yourself way more with things that fuel your soul, fuel your inner fire, and that Leo Mars energy is going to make sure that you do everything in your power to express yourself the way that you've always wanted to express yourself. And that Saturn Pisces going retrograde, we're going to see a lot of artists coming through and kind of, pouring their heart and soul into their creative outlet. I would not be surprised if there was new music coming through these two transits, and also any new art or artists discovering their niche, like how they like to create. And with this Leo Mars Gemini Sun energy, I would not be surprised if more people were on podcasts or new podcasters come into the limelight. I would not be surprised if people were speaking more on what they are into, what they find fascinating, and what makes them shine from the inside out. And Pisces Saturn retrograde is going to be very reflective of that as well. And so I don't want to say retrograde and everyone's like, oh my God, I'm so scared. No. Retrogrades are, in a sense, I find that they're really good because it allows you to become more reflective on, your spiritual journey and what you're doing to create. Pisces energy is a very creative sign and pushes those that are wanting to create to do so. And if you are somebody who's creative and haven't really been following your intuition with that, this Gemini season is going to make those things aware for you, so that way you can step into that more creative energy, because as human beings, we're not one-dimensional. We have so many things about us that make us so beautiful and so creative, and that's what makes us different from any AI anything, is that we're able to put our energy, our human, beautiful energy, into something that we love. And so I feel like during Gemini season, whatever you're into is going to be just so supported by the universe. It's going to be supported by the planets that we have. We also have Venus moving from Cancer into Leo. So again, that wanting to step into the limelight, that wanting to be seen, be heard, show up and show out is going to be amplified by Venus moving into Leo. And so we've got Mars and Venus in Leo, and then we've also got, you know, our Gemini sun. We have a full moon in Sagittarius that is going to allow us to release things that keep us from experiencing freedom in its fullest form. What is holding you back? What belief system that you have about yourself, what about that is holding you back from creating and using your beautiful human energy to put something out into the universe that is much needed? That's what I feel like the overall energy of Gemini season is going to be, is allowing you to finally give the world your gifts, show the world who you are, and through that will be so, it'll become like such an abundant thing for you. You're going to step into your most abundant timeline if you follow your intuition during this season. And what's really helpful about this is that the more you speak up on these things that you're passionate about, the more that you're creating with others, the more you feel aligned with what feeds your soul. And that is just the beautiful thing about Gemini season. I feel like we're going to see a lot of people step into that confidence. If you're at a point right now where you're not really aware of what's going on inside you, where you're like, I don't understand this like push to do this, but I'm so used to doing this one way and now I'm being pushed to do this another way, this season is going to be so, it's going to illuminate that need. But if you're not ready for that, I have a link in my bio where you can purchase a reading from me and I can help you navigate through these themes that you may be going through, especially with those two planetary retrogrades that are going to be so impactful for the collective. Now, the full moon in Sagittarius is going to help us release beliefs that we have about ourselves that are preventing us from ascending higher, from expanding our minds. And then we're going to have a new moon in Gemini. And what I love about this new moon is that we're going to be able to manifest what we want with our voice. We're going to be able to speak into existence what we want to see for ourselves. And then by the time we get into Sagittarius season with a full moon in Gemini, we can release with our voices, we can release with our words what we want to get rid of. So now we have this new moon energy that is perfect for manifesting and using your words. So my advice to you is to speak kindly to yourself, speak kindly about the world around you, speak kindly about others, because your voice is so powerful. Whatever frequencies you're putting out into the universe is going to answer back and say, okay, fine, orders up. And so if you're not wanting to, you know, manifest, like, you know, if you're saying, oh, I'm so broke, well, guess what? In Gemini season, that statement is going to be amplified into the cosmos, and the cosmos is going to say, okay, sure. So instead, change your wording. Say that you're so abundant, especially with Jupiter, that, you know, in Taurus. Jupiter in Taurus is such an abundant and lucky transit, because Taurus is all about money, material, and what we value. Jupiter is the planet of abundant luck and expansion. And so while you're expanding your beliefs, you need to speak kindly about these things about yourself and just really step into that self-love. And again, that Leo in Venus transit is going to want you to love yourself more. It's going to push you to love yourself. And so that is what's going to go on during Gemini season. And I'm really excited about it because, like I said earlier, it's going to push a lot of people out of their comfort zone and into their most abundant timeline. So that is the Astro Tea for Gemini season. I have written horoscopes on my Instagram and more videos on Gemini season on my TikTok. If you would like to have a copy of the full-length horoscopes for all signs and the energy of Gemini season, I have that available through the link in my bio for digital download for $3.33. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I am so happy you're here with me, and I will see you in the next video.